I'm getting ready to call South Dakota, the Clay County, let's see here, Clay County Treasurer, the DMV Treasurer. So I'm going to give them a call, and we're going to get our tags switched over from Colorado to South Dakota. And the reason for that is that South Dakota has a loophole to where you can get your tags mailed to anywhere, just as long as it's like a registered postal address. And so wherever I'm at, when my tags are up for renewal, I can just get a P.O. box, or if I have a friend in the area who has a mailing address that's registered with the post office, then I can just have it sent there, and I don't have to like drive back into Denver and you know, get my tags redone or get my tags renewed. That's kind of a pain. So it's kind of nice too, because you can get it done internationally, and this is what a lot of people do in Mexico. So let's call them and see what we can get through. Hopefully it'll be there.
Treasurer's office.
Yeah, hi, my name's Brian Gallion, and I was calling to get some information on how to get license plate in South Dakota. I'm a true nomad. I do video production from the road, and was told by a friend that it was convenient to get tags in South Dakota that way.
All right. So the title, you'll mail us your original title.
Okay.
To your vehicle. We're going to need a copy of your U.S. issued driver's license.
Okay.
We need a copy of something proving your social security number.
Okay.
We need a title application off of our website. If you don't have your card anymore, if you filed income tax last year, like the front page of your 1099? There's a title application. Would you like me to email that to you?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great. I want to make sure people really meant to email me. So make it as long as possible.
All right.
Cool.
So you're going to get an email from has the title application, the instructions to fill out the title application, everything else we're going to need, and the address that you're going to mail everything to is right below my signature.
Okay. Cool. And then
How it'll work is, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask if there's a way to check online to see if you can get like personalized tags, and if there's an extra fee with that.
You can't, because you don't have a driver's license in South Dakota.
Oh, okay. Well, I was planning on coming up there eventually and getting one, so I can just switch that over. But that's all.
So, yep, if you get a South Dakota ID or a driver's license, then we'll be able to get your personal plates.
Okay, right on. Okay, well, I'll look for that email from you, and then if I have any questions, I'll just give you a buzz, and then I'll get that all squared away and sent over. And then roughly, like if everything looks good and I send it over and it's all approved, like how long does that usually take to have tags sent out?
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks?
Maybe not quite, but about 2 weeks you'll have your plates and registration.
Okay, awesome. That sounds awesome. Thank you very much.
No problem. If you have any questions, you can call back, or you can always email me.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for your help.
Okay? You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Wow, that was simple. So all I got to do is send in my original title, which is what I have right here, and then, or it's not, you can't send in a copy, you got to send in an original one. Send in the original title, send in the U.S. driver's license, a copy of it, something proving your social security number, which I'm not really sure what that is, but I'll figure it out. And then the title application, and I'm set. And then they'll send it over in 2 weeks. That is easy. And here's the email that I just got from her. Yep, there it is. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna fill this out now and then maybe if we get it done, heading to town to send it off today. That'd be great. This is literally the simplest process on the planet. So I got the email, and the only 4 items that I need. So I need the original title, which I just sent her a copy of. It's a duplicate. I was like, hey, will this work? She's like, yeah, it's fine. The proof of social security number, so like an old pay stub, which I have one of those. And then copy of my driver's license, and anyone going on the title, and it's just me, so that'll be simple. And then all I have to do is just fill out this form and send it back. And the form is really easy. There's one section you got to fill out. It's section 3. Put your name, your social security number, your address. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 2 sections. Section 4: make, model, color, fuel type, and odometer. If the odometer reading if the vehicle is under 9 years old. Then sign the form and mail it in. That's it. It's super simple. So I've already got all the forms here. I mean, I've got pretty much everything. The only thing I need to do is print off this form and fill it out. Then I'm going to send this stuff in on Monday, and I think I'll see how many days it takes to get it back. But she said like 2 weeks, and that's amazingly fast. So I could have this sent to me and pretty much maybe get these by the time my truck goes in the shop, or at least by the time it gets out of the shop, which would be great. So, all right, I'm excited to get these tags. No more being tethered to a DMV in Denver to renew my tags every year. This is, it's like taking the next step as a Nomad. It's awesome. Hey, what's up everyone? All right, so we're here, got cloud cover pretty much all day today, and then we get some rain coming later. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to charge up my batteries, because unfortunately I've kind of been lax about charging everything up when I'm here. And so like the AC200 that I have, I'm going to charge it up right now, and I've got it right over here. I'm charging off the inverter, and what I did was I ended up doing the cords different for this because it was starting to fray a little bit, so I just cut them off, then I can wrap the wires around the inverter there, and it works really well. And it's a much cleaner power source going into it. And what's nice is these cables aren't getting hot, so that's a good thing. And then in the back, you know, I've got the inverter that I'm using on in the back of my truck that's powering up the AC200 in here that's right behind here. And so what I wanted to talk about today was, you know, I get a lot of people hit me up and they're like, hey, what power do I need? Like what, you know, I just want to get like the minimum of what I need. And I'd advise against that. I'd advise of going almost double of what you think you need, because you're gonna have scenarios where you get out here like today, to where today and tomorrow are supposed to be all pretty cloudy. So I won't be able to harvest any solar. So I wasn't planning for that. The weather forecast changed and my batteries weren't all the way charged up. So now what I'm doing is I'm using the truck to charge everything up. And you know, that's unnecessary. Like if I would have planned appropriately, I wouldn't have to do this. And then with the amount of batteries, you know, storage that I have between the two batteries with the EB150 and the AC200, that's about 160 amp hours of power, which is a ton of power for me. And then the load capacity, I can go up to like 4,800 watts with the AC200, so I can handle any device that I have with me, no problem. So the surge on that's no issue. And then it can hold like a 2,000 watt hour capacity, you know, just continuous power with that battery. So it can push pretty much anything. So I can do like power tools back here and all that stuff, no problem. But what I run in my truck is, so I've got the CFX 28 fridge, it's a small fridge. Max draw is 0.7 amps an hour. So I look at everything on amps. Or as far as amps goes. And then the little router that I have, that's actually more, that's like 1 amp an hour, which is crazy. And then I've got my let's see, I've got my laptop, my MacBook Pro. And so you know, I gotta think throughout the day with all the computer stuff that I do. I usually charge my computer twice. And so I've got 24 amps that I pull from there. I've got roughly 40 amps that I pull from between the battery and the router all together. So right there, that's like 60 amps, you know, or 64 amps that I would need for one 24-hour period without any recharge. Now, I do have panels, like I've got the 100 watt panel here, and then I've also got the 100 watt panel that's on the roof of my truck, which is right up over here. And so what this does is this recharges the EB150. And so it's nice, like when the temperatures aren't hot, you know, I can literally be in the sun and have that panel out, oh, hang on, I gotta clear out the memory on this card, hang on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. But like I was talking about the different batteries that I have, and then also my power usage, you know, with the power usage that I'm pulling out, like I was saying, if I don't have any recharge, you know, that's like 65 amp hours. And then with the solar that I have and all that stuff, if I'm in the sun, you know, if it's full sun throughout the day, I'm good to go. It's no problem whatsoever. I can actually put additional charge into my EB150 and not even have to use the AC200. Because right now I'm just carrying 2 batteries because I haven't dropped the other one off of my storage container yet. But you know, if you're out here though, and like right now with the weather being changing, you know, and it's going to be cloudy like this pretty much all day long, and it's supposed to start raining later, and then it's supposed to be cloudy all day tomorrow too. So it's looking like until Sunday I won't have the ability to recharge anything with solar. And so you want to have extra battery. That's like the point of what I was planning on, or what I was getting to here, is you want to have extra storage capacity, because you don't want to have it just to where, like, if all conditions are stellar, like you're right on the edge of what you need. You want to make sure you got plenty extra, because like if I would have planned appropriately, I wouldn't be spending my morning babysitting my batteries, charging them up, you know. And unfortunately, I wasn't really, like I said, I wasn't really checking the weather, and on top of it too, I checked the weather in the first part of the week and it had changed. And so I checked it this morning. I thought, man, it's cloudy like crazy, and we haven't had 1 ounce of sun. And so, you know, if I had all my batteries charged up, then I effectively could go, if I have 160 amp hours of power, and I don't have to worry about any of the watt capacity of running something, you know, I could legitimately stay out here for like 2.5 days, no problem, push all my stuff, and have zero concerns for battery as far as power storage goes. And that's without harvesting anything new. Now, you know, you get into scenarios where you have like monsoon season, where charging your batteries like this, it's just kind of a necessity. You know, you don't have an option, you don't have any solar. And if you don't have access to a wall mount or like a shore power, you know, with like a wall plug, then you're pretty much stuck using like an inverter or charging off of your vehicle's battery, which that's just kind of, I don't know. I'd rather charge off solar. It's easier. It's just passive. I mean, you just set it up once and it's good to go. So it's kind of nice. But you know, there's times where you can't get solar, and so you got to think about that. Let's see. As far as battery power goes, oh, another thing too is I want to talk about. There's 2 different types of solar systems and battery banks, and the AC200 and the EB150 that I have, those are actually 2 separate types of solar systems. You have a low voltage system and then a high voltage system. So the low voltage system are like the, you know, the Renogy panels that I have here. It can panel the low voltage systems, but like the high voltage system, the AC200, I have to get a panel that can at least bring in 35 volts of power, continuous power, and it can go all the way up to 150. So it's just a more robust battery, and it's just designed a little bit differently as far as energy intake. So I can just bring in a lot more power, which is great, which means I can charge it faster. So that's nice. You know, the EB150 doesn't have that rapid charge availability like the AC200 does. It's just amazing to think you can get that battery powered up in 2.5 hours. You know, if you got 700 watts of solar and 500 watts coming in a wall, you can get that thing, or I guess it's like 350 coming in from the wall. You can get that thing charged up in 2.5 hours, which is amazing. So, but that's my suggestions. Like, you know, go with something that's bigger than what you think you're going to need. Look at everything on amp hours and say, okay, if I'm running everything at maximum draw here, how many amps do I need just to push this stuff? And see, just calculate that out. That's a quick way to do math. You can calculate that up and see how long, like roughly, you have with your battery if all conditions are running good and all that stuff. And then, you know, the nice thing about the lithium ion is you can run it down to 0 and then you can charge it back up. With the deep cycle batteries that you'd have underneath the hood of the truck, those those get damaged if you run them down to 0. So, you know, just something to think about if you have the dual battery system under the hood, or if you have a lithium ion. Just make sure that you don't run it down to 0 if you have the battery under the hood. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Kind of a short video today, but just wanted to talk about your power needs. So just always go with more, you know. You'll end up using more anyway as you get into this and start doing more things outdoors and more vehicle camping. You'll find more devices that you want to push, and you know, you'll need the power, like I said, during times when the weather's bad, during monsoon season out here, and it, you know, rains for 2 weeks straight. You're going to need a big battery bank, and you'll be glad you have it. So just my suggestion. All right, thanks.